Welcome to Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews. For all your bowling needs, check out our partner, PerfectAimBowling.com. Today we are testing the brand new Track Alias. Testing on a 40-foot medium high volume house shot and a 39-foot sport shot. First impressions? Wow, how can a ball with this much surface out of box have this much angle? The Track Alias made a strong impression from the first ball thrown. For value, it gave the Track Alias a B+. It's a high-end ball, priced accordingly, but from what we saw, it'll be pretty versatile. In some cases, you'll need to change the surface, but with this ball motion, the ball seems very capable. Overall score, we went B for house shot and A for sport shot. This is a new core and cover from Track on the Alias. I have to pick up right from my first impression. Yes, the Alias was dull straight out of box. I'm usually expecting big oilers to have a hook set motion and then struggle with retaining energy when hitting dry boards on house shots. What a pleasant surprise when the first shot I missed out thinking goodbye, only to have it come back and carry. And it wasn't just once, so here's what we saw: an aggressive ball that clearly is designed for heavier oil. However, it's also capable of generating lots of angle, and this is the real standout characteristic when thinking about an oiler. Honestly, watching back the shots, I'm thinking this is almost too much angle, but whoever says that. Think about this as you watch my shots. Our house shot is on the heavier side and I'm still pretty deep, and while most asymmetric oilers die if leaked to the outside, this ball just came back and struck every time. I'm asking this ball to cover a lot of boards. This is a hybrid cover after all, and it somehow makes you think if the best top-end balls shouldn't always be hybrids. Just for comparison, I threw a couple shots with the Gauntlet, which is also a top-end hybrid and one that I've used successfully on tough, longer patterns. And you can see that while in a similar zone it strikes, what's more telling is the shot that missed out just didn't make it back. And this isn't to say anything about the Gauntlet, but more to showcase the Alias. And yes, the Gauntlet is a brand new, fresh cover ball. Sean was next up, and on the house shot, even a heavier one. Typically this much surface is overkill for Sean with his rev rate. No matter what, Sean has to move in to find oil with the Alias as it's too aggressive and too angular to play more direct. When he got too deep, it got a bit too much setting motion to carry consistently. Sean had to find a happy medium of trajectory as well as release to carry consistently. At first, it was a bit of a surprise after what I saw, but my initial statement is ultimately the biggest issue for Sean. He really doesn't need this much surface, and that's what's making it a little tricky. If he were to shine this surface up, I think it would be magic for him, like other shiny ASIMs, especially hybrids and pearls. Bryan was next on the house shot, and he had a good look straight away. He had to move in and make sure he was also in the oil. He did find that the line changed pretty quickly, and he was on, and then all of a sudden the ball looked like it was running out of steam to make it uphill, and it took him a couple shots to realize he just needed to find more oil. And once he did, he again saw a really good reaction with good heavy roll through the pins. With as aggressive as this ball is, you really need to stay ahead of transition as it breaks down the pattern. Onto the sport shot, I can easily see the characteristics that would make this a great sport shot ball. On this pattern, being a 39-foot, it's a little stronger than I need. However, I had no issues with energy retention covering boards with this piece. What I did experience though was huge angles of entry. I think no words are needed when you watch the video here. Sean was next, and I would say again the Alias is more ball than he needs on this particular sport pattern. However, we can read the characteristics that make this a good option on sport in general. It's a strong ball that even while controlling the mid lane offers tons of back end motion and angle. That will be useful on longer patterns for sure. And finally, Bryan tests the Alias on the sport shot, and He saw the same as he had on the house shot in terms of ensuring he found some head oil to get this ball through. Otherwise, it was a little soft hitting the pocket. All that's to say the ball will be right at home in higher volume or longer patterns. Final thoughts. What can I say? I was pleasantly surprised by how punchy this ball was despite the amount of surface it has out of box. No question the Track Alias needs some oil, but when it does see oil, it makes the pattern look like a lighter pattern. Meaning it's got good mid-lane read but lots of punch down lane. Many times we lose hit on longer patterns because there are fewer feet of friction left to get to the pins, therefore the angles get shallower. With the Alias, it looks like it's capable of generating angle even on those conditions, which will most certainly give a bowler more confidence.
Thank you for watching Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews.
Uh-oh, money. Oh, no!